Welcome back to the Jacksonville Buzz. Grant and I are joined in the studio today by Dr. Georgette Dumont, who is running for office at Jacksonville Beach. Welcome, Georgette. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure. It's good to see you.
So let's get straight in and say, how on earth did you get started and what is your background?
I got started at an early age. My parents always put a very high priority on community and being part of that and making your community better. So that partly led me back when I went to college to take up communication and a minor in political science. And I was a non-traditional student, so this was later in my 20s, maybe mid-20s, so not too much later in my 20s. So political science and communication. And then I have a master's degree in public administration. That's the business side of government, not the how you get elected side. Yeah. I really could use the how you get elected side, but that's fine. And then I go on and I got a PhD in political science again. Within my focus was public and nonprofit management. Again, not the how you get elected part, but it's the business side of government. And the other part is, why am I doing this? I get asked that question a lot by some.
I bet.
And it's interesting. And I've seen a lot of changes in the community. Some are good, some are not as good as the others. And I just think we are at an inflection point right now where the city can go one way or another. And I want it to stay beachy. I want to maintain our beachy feel.
So Georgette, what type of things do you want to see change in Jax Beach?
I think we have to do a comprehensive look at our development code. It's a land use development code to really make sure that what we're allowing to be built fits in with the vision of where we want to see our city in the future. That's one main thing. Right. Another one is to have public safety, and we want to be able to recruit and retain a lot of first responders, quality first responders. Right. And that's critical right now, specifically when you start looking at retirement plans and some of the competition from St. John's and Jacksonville. And finally, transparency and accountability. That is very important for government. Right. I think government needs to be able to tell everybody all the great things that it is doing and then what they could be doing. So every month we get a newsletter in the Beaches and our electric bill, Beaches Energy and its tidings. And on that, there's a lot of space that we could be putting down all the events that we're having, that are going on in the city, and what the costs are, if there are any costs, so people can be more engaged. You can just little snippets of all the great things that the city's been doing, just so people can just know more of what they are paying for, because government is by and for the people, and people really need to know all of the things that the government is doing with their money.
It's very true.
Do you think that at the moment that the government are focusing more on the businesses than they are the residents, or is it the residents more than the businesses? I
think it tends to be the visitors. Since I moved there in 2010, all I've kept hearing elected officials say is, how do we get more visitors to the beach? How do we get more visitors to the beach? And I think that's a fundamentally wrong question. The answer to that question has gotten us what we've gotten in Jacksonville Beach. We should be asking, how do we get our residents to want to go downtown, go to our local businesses, frequent our local businesses, and use our public spaces? If we get our residents down there, we will get visitors who have the same interest as our residents, and that will alleviate some of the issues that we're currently having at the beach.
You know, I think it would help too to have more local businesses. And do you have solutions on how we can bring more local businesses to the beaches?
Right now, to open up a business, it's kind of cost prohibitive just because of the cost of the actual brick and mortar location. Yes. However, there are tools that they could use. They can visit the Beaches Chamber of Commerce, and they could help you out when you become a member. Another option, and it's a free option, is the Small Business Development Center at UNF.
Wow.
And they can help new entrepreneurs and business owners lay out that business plan, and you take that business plan then to a bank to help get the financial backing that they need to open up at the beaches. And if you get them open, and then we get our residents going there, we can really just start a more vibrant community.
It's amazing what you can find out, right? It's what is right under your nose, you know?
Exactly. And I'm slightly confused because Jacksonville is a huge area, and there are lots of different pockets, anywhere from Riverside and Mandarin. Where does Jacksonville Beach start and finish? Is it east of A1A? I mean, what is the actual official?
Jacksonville Beach goes from the ocean to the ditch, the Intercoastal Waterway.
Okay.
And then from St. Johns County up to the north side, I believe it's on Seagate, is the northern boundary.
And Georgette, we have to ask, if anyone wants to get hold of you, if they want to find out any more information, how do they get hold of you?
Well, they can reach me at www.votedumont.com, and that will have all my platform, all the different ways that you can contact me, my social media pages, as well as you can email me directly at votedumont@gmail.com.
Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, and we'll be right back on the Jacksonville Buzz.